What is going on? The Hidden Channel. It's your host, Ebenezer, y'all. Y'all see the title. I'm here to talk about it. These jobs. I hate these jobs. I really do feel like these jobs are modern day slavery. I'm going to repeat myself from another video, y'all. I don't believe that the slaves that built the pyramids and things like that, the slaves of Egypt, they were slaves, but I still feel like, I haven't done my research on this, but if I had to take an educational guess, I would say that those slaves were still taken care of, right? I'm sure they were given room and board and things to eat. And they worked the hell out them slaves and destroyed their bodies, but they took care of them. Does that sound familiar? It sounds like our 9 to 5s today, right? It sounds like modern day slavery. Right. I've been through so much with these jobs, just as a black man, period. But just as an employee, it doesn't even really matter your race. It doesn't matter your race. These employees screw over anybody and everybody who's willing to get screwed over. Let's go into the race card. I started cooking in 2010. My first interview at a restaurant. I've always worked for private-owned restaurants, private owners. So my first experience at getting hired at a restaurant, I was applying for a dishwasher / prep cook, which was my first entry into the restaurant field. And I had to interview with the chef and I had to interview with the general manager. So I interviewed with the general manager first. His name was Steve. He goes over my application and everything. Okay, boom. He tells me he's going to send me to an interview with the chef. I go to the interview with the chef. The interview pulls out that same application that the general manager went over in front of me. And he puts it in front of me and he says, here, the general manager put on your application well-spoken with an A+ and a circle around it. I guess they thought that was a compliment. But I know what they were really saying was he's well-spoken for a black man. I ended up leaving that same job, getting fired. The owner or the chef ended up accusing me of selling weed and selling drugs outside his restaurant. Whole time it was a white guy. Discrimination is one of the biggest things I've went through in these kitchens, man, being black. I've seen people go out their way to not hire or promote a black man within the company. I've seen people go out their way not to promote a black man within a company, and literally go out and hire somebody that was completely undesirable and unfit for that position. Let me give you an example. I worked at a barbecue place here. There was a black dude there named Cortez. Clean-cut black guy. Had been working there for 2 years. Good worker. Always on time. Good worker. He was a good worker. Clean-cut. Would have made a perfect supervisor. So when they told us that they was about to hire a supervisor, we all thought it was going to be Cortez to get the promotion. The owner did not want Cortez as the supervisor. I honestly feel like he just didn't want a black man representing his company. It's a private-owned restaurant. Who does he hire instead of the black man? He had nobody else to hire, right? Who does he hire, y'all? He goes out his way. This is a family restaurant, a barbecue restaurant. He hires, instead of the black guy, a convicted sex offender to be the supervisor. A child pornography convicted sex offender to be the supervisor at a family restaurant because he did not want to hire the black guy. I worked at a taco tequila bar. There was a guy there named Brandon running for the supervisor position. We all thought he was going to get it. Well-spoken, clean-cut black guy. They literally went to Ohio to hire a white dude on probation for burglary and promoted him. Brought him from out of town to our city. This dude had to get trained and everything. This other worker had helped them open the place. He was 100% trained on prep and on the line. And they went out their way not to hire him and hired a white dude on probation for burglary in Ohio. He had to come to the city. They went out their way. That same place, I was the best line cook in there. One of the chefs, the creators of the menu, he even said it. He was like, man, Eric's the best line cook we have. I'm a good cook, y'all. Good line cook. I could multitask and I'm fast and I just know how to just, I remember I was a supervisor at this one place. The supervisor before me, his ticket times were hitting an hour. They had nobody else to give the supervisor position to. That's the only time I've ever gotten a supervisor position is if they had nobody else to give it to. In this situation, they had nobody else to give it to. I got lucky. I got the position. The ticket times went from an hour during a rush to 20 to 30 minutes during a rush. So just to let you know, I'm a fast cook. So I tried to become a shift lead at the same restaurant. I knew all the prep, I knew the whole line, fryer, grill, assembly, everything on the line, and I was good at my job. I thought I would be the next in line to get the promotion. Of course, I didn't. They gave it to the white guy. I've noticed at these restaurants, when you're a black man, white people or not white people, supervisors they're gonna promote who they're comfortable with. Most likely they're gonna be comfortable with some white guy that they will go out to the bar with than some black guy who they can't even really figure out. Like, who's this black dude? Ain't no telling if he has attitude. There's no telling, you know what I mean? They're gonna promote who they're comfortable with. So a lot of times if you're black, you're not gonna get a promotion at these restaurants unless you're getting a promotion from somebody who's used to dealing with black people. But a lot of times these supervisors at these restaurants aren't used to dealing with black people like that, or they put us in a certain box when they do deal with us. So I've been through a lot of discrimination in the workplace, man. On top of that, y'all, these employees do not care about us. The situation I'm in now, I told my supervisor, I said, listen, man, the doctor said I can't really be on my feet for more than 5 hours a day. I said, I'll stand 6. I said, 6 is the best I can do. He said, I've been trying to keep you down to 5 or 6 hours a shift. He was like, except on the weekends. Mind y'all, this place is open 6 hours a day. This restaurant is open 6 hours a day. I'm asking for 5 to 6 hour shifts. On the weekend, they're open for 7 hours. There's a cook there. He's a lazy cook. I've complained about him on my channel. He really hides the fact that he's lazy. And I think what I see at a lot of restaurants, what these cooks will do is they'll keep telling the supervisor, hey, look at me. Hey, look at this job I'm doing. You know, they really sell themselves to a supervisor. I see a lot of guys do that in the kitchen who suck up and try to get a promotion. I just don't have that in me. I'm not an employee, y'all. I'm not a good employee because, like the restaurant I'm at now, okay, I get paid this set hourly wage to do a set amount of things. And he will come and just keep on adding to my workload. And this isn't benefiting me at all. He does this to everybody. He had cooks in there with 3 positions, doing 3 jobs. The dishwasher running around like crazy. I haven't gotten a raise. And that's what these companies do. These companies want you to put them first. And I just think that's the craziest shit in the world. They want you to put them first. And who do y'all think y'all are? I mean, it's the devil, bro. These jobs are the devil. It's modern day slavery. Like, I'm not building no pyramid for you. And then at the end of the day, y'all, we do all this hard work just to keep a roof over our head, a car note paid, rent paid, bills paid, our cell phone on, and attend to our vices, weed, alcohol, drugs. That's the only reason we work. We go home, our bodies are sore and tired. I can't even focus on what I want to do because mentally and physically, my job takes a lot out of me. Really, definitely mentally. These jobs mentally fuck you over, bro. They're stressful. They're stressful. The restaurant industry is the worst industry to get in long term. Everybody I know in the restaurant industry now has hip problems, back problems, leg, feet problems. My feet are done for. I already had bad feet. So they will work you to the ground in these warehouses and all that. They're going to put all this wear and tear on your body for what? And then, especially when you black, y'all, like, it makes a little bit more sense if you're a person who can get promotions. When you black, y'all, you know, getting promotions is not easy. It's not simple. It's not simple to get a promotion when you black. You really have to go over and beyond and work harder than everybody to get a position. My father told me this. You know, there's only 2 wise things I can remember my father telling me over the years. One of them is that when you're black, you're going to have to work harder than the other white guys in order to get that same position. You're going to have to be overqualified and way more qualified than that white guy, and you have to work way harder than that white guy to even get considered for a position for promotion. My father told me that years ago. It was right. He was true. And the second thing he always told me was never leave a situation if you don't have exactly what you wanted out of it. Never leave a situation before you have what you wanted from that situation. Do not get in your feelings and quit a job because that job is stressing you out. Make sure you got what you needed from that job, whether it was maybe you was working a job to buy a new car, maybe you was working that job to save up some money, maybe you was just using that job as a stepping stone until you found another job. Never let that company run you away. You have to be strong. until you have what you needed, because then you did all of that for nothing. So, for example, this place I'm at now, we have a free week coming up, a free paid week, and I know the owner's a dickhead. See, the dishwasher, he's like the perfect employee because he's ignorant. He's a 47-year-old black dude. He's not that smart. The owner was able to take away his vacation time from him. You know, the dude had like 2 weeks of vacation, and the owner literally took away his vacation time from him. The dude kept on trying to take a vacation last year, and the owner kept telling him he couldn't take a vacation. So when it came to the next year, 2022, the dude was telling my man, "Where's my vacation hours?" The owner was like, "Man, they didn't transfer over into the new year." Though the dude was kept trying to take those vacation hours for like 3 months, and that wasn't even the truth. That wasn't even the rule, that the vacation hours don't switch over to the next year. He just really didn't want to pay dudes the vacation hours. He's a dickhead. So, to my surprise, I go into work the other day, last week, and I find out that we're getting a free week vacation. After this week, we have a week off. And I'm thinking to myself, bro, there's no way. This dude is not that cool. He's not. He's a dickhead. There has to be a reason why he's doing a free paid vacation for all his employees. Well, come to find out, I go to work on Wednesday. There's this dude in there with a suit, black suit. And we joking, like, who is this, a vampire, a serial killer? Like, this a hitman? Like, he probably about to kill the owner. We was happy, shoot the owner. And then all of a sudden later on that day, he walks up to me and said, "Here, I'd like you to have this." What was it? A business card from the Department of Labor. He's under investigation. The owner's under investigation for all his foulness. That's why he's telling us to go on vacation for a week, to try to cover up his own self so he doesn't seem as much of a dickhead. Someone probably, his lawyer or something, probably suggested this. The owner's a devil, y'all. And so many of us work for supervisors like this. They don't know how to talk to you. They're super disrespectful. They talk down to you. They're very, what's the word? They're very, I can't even think of the word right now, but they talk down to you. They're very passive aggressive, very, they just really know how to belittle you. And y'all have to understand, a lot of supervisors, the smart ones, they know psychology. There's psychology to being a supervisor, like telling somebody, "Oh, you're doing a great job." That's actually a psychology tactic to use for your employees as a supervisor, telling your employee they're doing a good job, because it makes them seem like they're not going unnoticed, and it gives that employee sort of a boost to encourage them to keep doing a good job. That's a psychology tactic. And this supervisor, I've worked for a couple guys who actually use psychology tactics as a supervisor. And let me show y'all this is real. Give me 1 second. If y'all look at the cover of my profile picture on this channel, you'll see this book. This is a great book. It's called The Influence, The Psychology of Persuasion. This actually teaches people how to make sales. There's psychology tactics you can use to increase your sales. If you have 100 people you're selling to, or your average is out of 100 people, maybe you sell to 5 people. Some of these tactics might get you from selling to 5 people to 10 people, to 15 to 20 people. It's not a 100% fail-proof plan or tactics, but they do give you results. And I say this to say that there are a lot of tactics used around us all the time, like the world psychology, like that we're not even aware of. And a lot of those things are in the work field, and they will use these tactics in order to get productivity out their employees, or to be able to get over working their employees harder. I was working 10, 11-hour shifts at this job I'm at now when I was the only cook, and I never got a break, which is illegal. I never got a break. During these 10-hour shifts, I never got a raise. I never got anything, y'all. So my whole thing now is to get away from working for these jobs. They're devils. If you are an ambitious person, working for these jobs will not get you anywhere in life. It's already a distraction outside of life with your friends and family. If you're ambitious, your friends and family are already soaking that motivation right out of you by, being lazy and not helping you, or not, encourage you anyway. You got to kind of like step away from the people that aren't helping you advance in life and don't see your vision, and work is one of that. A 9 to 5 is one of those things where you have to step away from if you want to be successful. You do not want to fall into working a 9 to 5 lifestyle, y'all, because these jobs are horrible. I have worked probably up to 30 jobs by now. I'm 33. I've worked up to 30 jobs right now. And I can only name a couple of jobs that I actually like. It was cool. I didn't have a problem coming to work. I wasn't stressed out coming to work. But for the rest of these jobs, y'all, it's really a challenge, man. And a lot of these jobs really do not care about you, and they will work you to the ground. These supervisors don't care. Most people see, I told you, it's self-preservation out here. People see what they want to see. They know what they want to do, like have a successful restaurant. And in order to keep that restaurant successful, someone has to get screwed over, and it's probably going to be the employees. Get away from working these 9 to 5s, y'all. Start becoming independent. My plan is to get my car fixed, get my truck fixed. After that, I'm done working for people. And I'm going to focus on, hopefully by July, I should be able to focus on just my craft. Me getting better with these videos, and me getting better with my beat making, and me getting better with audio engineering, and me even getting better as a writer and an artist. So step away from these jobs, y'all. They are the devil. I'm signing off.